all I remember myself saying was, God, please, I don't want to die. God, please, I don't want to die. God, please, I don't want to die. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's NanaYaa Tresses once again. So today I wanted to try something different. I wanted to give you guys a little story time. So if you want to hear more about it, about the time I had this crazy accident, then stay tuned. As always, if you're new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. Let's be friends. Let's get talking. Follow me on social media, aka Instagram, which I'm going to provide the name right here. So make sure you follow me, and that's about it. Okay, where do I begin? Vows Day. Okay, so Vows Day, as you all know, is 14th February. So Vows Day came along and it was cool. This was in 2017, no, 2018. 2018. So I'm down, like it was during the time when I was doing national service. So I was working with the bank as my national service, and even though I studied to be an engineer, for national service I work with the bank. Okay, so now you have context. So I think my son just needs. So yes, so I went to work, everything was good. Then the next day I had like a little going out. So I went out with a couple of friends and it was all good. Then the Friday, which was the 16th of February, which I would never forget. I still celebrate as my ultimate birthday anyway. So on the 16th, I'm on my way to work because it's a Friday. Then I get to the junction. Okay, so I used to transit with 3 cars because where I work from where I stay is quite far. So that day, because it was traffic, I just picked another car, which I know was not going in the direction that I was going towards. So I had to stop midway and then wait for another car so that I could, go ahead and then go with that car. So I stood there waiting for another car, like another taxi to come so I could pick that. And there was traffic. So there's this thing that most Ghanaian drivers like to do. That whenever there's traffic, instead of following the queue and then everybody moving on, they like to use the sides, like, oh, there's a word for it. It's not the side corridor, but then there's a word for it. They like to use the sides of the road to escape, the long traffic jam. So that day was no different. So there was this driver who was also trying to avoid the traffic, so he was also moving on the side. Then there was this motorbike rider also speeding from behind him coming. Mind you, where I was standing was the pavement, but it's not a raised pavement. So it has the same grade as the road. So it's just like, but you can see the demarcation that this is the road and like this is the pavement side. So I was standing at the pavement side and then the cars were, in the queue. So he was speeding. And then he ended up technically he shouldn't have come into the pavement if everything was okay, until he saw the motorbike rider also coming in at a very full speed. So by trying to avoid the motor rider and hitting him because it was close to police barrier, he instead came into the pavement. And guess who was standing at the pavement with her bag waiting to go to work? That's right, me. So I saw the car coming towards me. Next thing I know, I am across, like, I'm way past where the pavement side is, and I'm across, and I'm like at the other side of the road. I keep blacking out and coming to. I can feel pain in my head, in my jaw, my back, my hand. See how before something happens, our intuition tells us and then we just tend to ignore it? The eerie part about this entire thing is that day before I went to work, I kept feeling this strong sense that something is wrong, that I might die. It was such a heavy feeling. I didn't know how to explain it. Usually I would tell my mom about these things, but that day I was like, you know what, nothing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna die, I just kept professing the word of God back to myself that I shall not die, but I will live and declare the goodness of the Lord. Like I was just telling myself that I am not going to die. Then I went to work. And then that happened. And in that moment, all I remember myself saying was, God, please, I don't want to die. God, please, I don't want to die. God, please, I don't want to die. So I was rushed to the place. I had to have a blood transfusion. Thankfully, I'm the same blood group as my mother, same resource factor, everything. So she had to give me blood. So before she got there, they confirmed that she can't be a donor. They gave me some blood from the blood bank so that she could. She's a universal donor, so she could just give. Shout out to everybody who needs blood. I'm a universal donor, but don't come looking for me. So yeah, she gave me some blood. Then I went through the surgery. So I can't show the pictures even after I had come out because they were too graphic, and my mother said she's not going to take any pictures of me. So most of the pictures I even had are when I was healing, and even still she was against me taking pictures. Anyway, so this side of my face cracked open. Like I'm not kidding. I lost a couple of teeth. So today I'm like snitching on myself. Let me come closer. Let me smile. Can you guys see my teeth? So my teeth all look white, but this one is not mine. I don't know if I come very close. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's a slightly different shape than the rest of my teeth. But the rest of my teeth look very white, and then that one looks like a slight. So yes, it got broken off. Then I also lost some, I think, in the back. So I already don't like chewing like hard meats and stuff. So that didn't help. But I still like ice cream. So now it's like I have to melt the ice cream in the front part of my mouth before it goes to the back, or else it shocks me. So this side cracked open, and then because I lost the tooth here too, it went when it came out. Okay, it catapulted, like it projected into my top lip. So in the top part of my lip, this part was swollen. The bottom part was bleeding. I was like bleeding this way. So this side was open. This part was cut, and I was just bleeding. It was like something out of a horror movie. Then of course I had cuts on my skin because I hit the floor this way, and then I rolled over, and it was a tarred road. So the aggregates were very sharp. So it's funny because most of the scars that I are still visible were the very big ones, like this one. So I had a cut across my hand this way, and it's healed. You can't even tell that I had an accident if I don't tell you. This side too, same. And then on my side, I have a couple of cuts on my side. Underneath my boob right here, I had a cut there as well because when I hit the tarmac, it got jutted into my skin. So I have cuts in certain parts of my body, and then my lower back. Till date, I'm still feeling the pain, but we'll get to that. So the doctor suggested that because they don't want to leave like a huge scar across my face, they're going to sew it from the inside. I don't know how to explain, but that's what happened. So let me come closer. This is like a fake dimple, but this right here, this dot you see right here, was actually an open scar. So to date, when I do this, yes, it was slit this way. So they sewed it from the inside. I don't know if I can show you inside my mouth, but like when I rub my tongue down here, I feel it. So they sewed it from the inside so that it wouldn't leave a lot of scars on my face. I had a couple of cuts on my face, which shout out to my mom for her skincare routine that helped me get rid of most of the scars from my skin, because it was a trip. So yes, they sewed that, and now you can't even tell that I had an accident. But to date, I have really bad lower back pain. So I have been prescribed a a back brace that I usually wear, especially when I'm not out and about, and I cannot be seated at one place for a long time because then it begins to really hurt. Also, when it gets super cold, like I begin to tense up and it begins to hurt and I begin to shake because those parts of my body are still, because they were bone, they still hurt. So that was through this entire period when I was freaking out. Do you know the crazy part about everything? I felt as though, to be honest, that God was punishing me for ruining my relationship with Him, because I had gotten to a point where I wanted certain things from God and I felt like He wasn't coming through for me. So I kind of distanced myself from Him. So when the accident happened, it felt almost as though God was punishing me for it. Like, you think you can live without me? Let's see you try. That whole kind of vibe. And it hurt so much. But then I spoke to my pastor afterward. And he told me that, if anything, that was evidence that He hasn't forgotten about me, that He was not punishing me, that He was letting me understand that He still got me, like no matter what, that He has my back, that He's not going to let anything horrible happen to me. So I could have, it's funny because that was actually Ebony's birthday. So Ebony had died the week before, and then that Friday, which is her birthday, I had that accident and I thought I was going to die. To a date, whenever I remember, and I remember that day, I'm super grateful for that day happening because it recalibrated my mind and it changed my relationship with God, in the sense that He's not done with me. He didn't want me to die because He knew that there were other things that I needed to do. And so for that, I am immensely grateful, because I could have died. But He didn't let that happen to me. I still have a little bit of PTSD when I'm in cars and like cars are speeding past me and stuff. But I serve a God who's greater than all things, and when He's not done with you, He will let you know that I got you no matter what. I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to let you die. So for that, I am immensely grateful to God. That's why this 25th birthday meant so much to me, because I could have been dead like 2 years ago. But God let me be alive. I say this to encourage you that if you are anywhere in your journey with God and you feel as though God has abandoned you, understand this: He hasn't. Because if He was really done with you and He didn't think you had anything else to do, that your mission here was done, He would truncate your time here. But you're here, you're alive, you're well, because He knows the plans that He has for you. Plans to prosper you, to give you a hope in the future. So whenever you're down in the dumps, just remind yourself of the fact that you were here for a purpose and God is not done with you yet. You just have to hold on and then remind Him that, look, God, it's your goal and I'm still here. Let me know what your assignment for me is so that I can know how to recalibrate my life. I try so not to cry, because whenever I think about it that day, it was a scary time and I feel like crying. But today I didn't cry. I just had on camera anyway. So anyway, that's my story. Let me know how you've been in any situation where you felt as though God was like giving up on you and then He just came back to deliver, in the comment section. As always, it's NanaYaa Tresses. I'm sorry if this is a bit sad and a bit Debbie Downer, but I told you guys I wanted to be open and honest with you guys, so I'm sweating. I'll see you in my next video. Be sure to subscribe.